Johnson. Now Twist hammering away. And Tony Twist says, don't do that again.
Twist gets sent into the hospital and has sent several guys this year.
This episode is brought to you by Slyman Brothers Appliances. If you have not been to the legendary hill, you must make a trip. This is just one small component of a great neighborhood that's been around for so many different years. But Bertarelli Cutlery has been here for 60 years, started out in the Southwest, moved to Hampton for the last 20 years, has been here at 1927 Marconi. We're going inside, we're gonna talk to Frank, the owner. We'll find out what they're doing over here as far as selling knives and sharpening knives and how they get production done. Come join. Welcome back to another edition of Cooking in the Lou with a Twist. We're at 1927 Marconi Avenue at, please pronounce it properly so I do not butcher this.
Bertarelli Cutlery.
Wow. And like, I'll just say it's Bertarelli. How about that? So there is no Bert. Say it one more time properly.
Bertarelli.
Okay. Obviously, I don't speak that very well, but here to join you, Frank, ownership of this establishment. It's been this company, this family name has been on the hill for what, 60 years?
Roughly 60 years, yes.
And it was first in Southwest Avenue.
Southwest and Hampton, and then moved here in 2003.
All right. And what is the scope of the business? I know you do sell a lot of knives and you're sharpening a lot of knives back there.
Our main business is knife rental to restaurants, where we go out, supply a set of knives and pick them up every week to 2 weeks and swap them out with another set.
Pick up delivery.
Right.
So if you own a restaurant here in town and you're busy and you can't get yourself to and fro to get your knives sharpened, talk to Frank and they'll get you taken care of.
That's one part of the business. And then we do restaurant repair equipment, slicers, mixers, any food equipment or prep
refrigeration
equipment.
Stuff too?
No, just food
Okay.
prep. That's it, just prep. And then we also have a paper company that we sell gloves, register tape, to-go boxes, etc. So
what company was the name of that?
It's called Bertarelli Paper Company.
Remember how the B Company, right?
The B Company.
The B Company.
Right.
And all out of this store?
No, we have a warehouse, and then we have another warehouse in Maryland Heights. We have a warehouse about 2 blocks up. So we have 2 warehouses.
No, I wasn't familiar you did that.
Yeah.
So
we started that about 10 years ago.
On your repair equipment, you were talking about mixers, slicers, big dough mixers, stuff like that?
Yeah,
And
everything. Anything from tomato, manual cutters to just about anything. Robocoup machines.
What is a Robocoup?
The food processor.
I know what it is. I got you. Yeah, I'm baiting you. And you do sell some of this equipment here also here at 1927
Yeah,
Marconi.
we sell a lot of used, refurbished mixers, meat slicers.
And some Robocoups. I saw 3 or 4 of them up there.
Sell Robocoups.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to Q&A. I know that it's not a big store, but there is plenty to be seen here. And I've purchased a couple knife sets from you. And, I've got a Wusthof and I've got a Max set too. So I wanted to ask a few questions.
Okay.
For the person out looking for a knife. Well, the questions are often asked, what is the best knife? What is this? What is that? But as a vendor, some of the questions that are asked, like, what's the best knife? And your answer would be?
When a customer comes in looking for knives, the first thing I ask, price range, and then I always say, look around, feel the knife. If the knife doesn't feel good, it doesn't matter how much money you're spending on it. So that's the first 2. And then from there, what are you doing? Are you prepping? Are you butchering? And then from there, the 2 main knives we sell would be a chef's knife or a Santoku, which is a chopping knife, and then a paring knife, which is a small knife for small work. Those are the 2 main knives we sell.
And then what does weight make for a difference? For example, you do have some Victronox that have been around forever.
Yeah, we've had those for 50 years. It's just a lighter knife, but it's great for butchering because the steel is so soft, easy to maintain.
And explain to everybody why soft steel is important. And that means high carbon.
Right, it's a high carbon. It's a mixture of stainless and carbon steel, enough to where the blade does not rust, but yet has the softness of the old carbon steel, which was around in the beginning that rusted. So basically it's like a sheen on the knife so it doesn't rust. And then the steel being so soft, you can just touch it up with a steel, a stone, and put the edge right back on it. I tell people if you can't put an edge on a Forstner Victorinox, you might as well give it up. And then from there you get into the weightness of the knife. Is obviously the forged steel from Germany is a weighted knife. It's going to be a lot heavier because those Forstners are stamped knives, which make it a lighter knife. They just stamp them out basically, where the forged knives are made in layers, and you've just got a heavier steel. It's a high carbon, and it's a great steel.
And it's not as soft as something like that,
Not as soft.
but it does provide a longer edge.
Longer edge, right.
And why does that happen?
Because it's a harder steel. It's just a hard, and the way they forge it, and being that to me it's always, I mean, all the knives are kind of generally the same, the higher quality ones, but you have to know how to sharpen them.
Right.
So, I mean, I could sit there and tell you the Forstner is going to be the best, the German Wusthof, but it's all down to what you do with the knife.
And as far as sharpening it down, you will provide, any one of these knives you can provide a sharpened tool for.
Correct.
And each knife is sharpened a different way. And when we talk about keeping an edge on your knife, you just don't go to a stone and go, every knife is going to be sharpened the same, because there's different degrees of how that knife needs to be sharpened. And what happens when you change degrees dramatically?
Well, you're gonna have a what I say is gonna be a fake edge, because the edge will last, maybe a quarter of the time, because you change the angle. Because each manufacturer angles their knives differently, so you want to try to stay in that angle from a 35 degree down to a 10, depending on the thickness of the knife. And I tell people in the beginning, you have to learn how to use the steel, because every time you cut, you put a microscopic edge that bends, so steel comes along and just straightens that edge out. And if you continually do that, you'll just maintain that edge. And then if it gets to a point where you can't use the steel, then you might want to get on a stone. Stone it first, and then use the steel. Then if that doesn't work, then you need to bring it to us. So we can put that factory edge back on the knife. And we do it on a wet wheel, slow turning wet wheel, so it doesn't heat up, and then finish it off on a stone.
Well, so everybody understands, if you don't know how to sharpen a knife, there's plenty of opportunity on YouTube to learn how to do it. Each one of these knives that are represented up here have a different degree of where they sharpen, or they're sharpened out of the factory. So, for example, there are plenty of chef knives out here. They're between 20 and 25 degrees. Now, that would be, these are the degrees. If that's your plane, I'm not going to explain to you how I'm not going to explain the geometry, but I will explain to you that is so key and important. As Frank was explaining, if you want to take up sharpening these knives at home, by all means, if you have a knife set, invest your time and invest your interest in it by representing it properly.
Correct.
When you screw it up, come bring it to Frank, and he'll make it back.
Unscrew it,
He'll fix it back to where it was and where it should be. I'm going to ask you just a couple more questions about these knives. Wusthof, a German-made, a heavier knife, versus something like this Mac, which is not quite as heavy as the Wusthof, but has this one, and I have both sets. This one is super sharp, and you can keep an edge on this pretty damn quick.
It's a thinner steel, too.
And it's not as much weight. What are the advantages of having a heavier chef knife versus a lighter one?
Well, it depends. People have different preferences. If you want a light knife, you use a light knife. It's going to do more. You have to do more work. But if you have the forged Wusthof and it's heavier, it does more of the work for you. So it's just preference.
Those are the answers I'm looking for, because everybody asks me some of the same questions that you're answering right now. It all comes down to what you enjoy personally. And price range. Does that make a difference at the end of the day of the quality of the knife?
It does, but I still tell people it's about the feel. I mean, all our knives are high quality, and to me it comes down to the feel.
Right.
If it doesn't feel good, it doesn't feel good.
All about the feel, and of course how long how much time you're going to spend keeping an edge on it.
Right.
Because that is obviously going to be an important
You
part.
got to learn. Yeah, it's not just like taking a knife home and okay, I'm done. You have to know what you're doing with the knife.
Well, folks, we're going to move back to the back and show some of this back production. But let me tell you something. I have got numerous pieces here. These weren't self-inflicted because I was doing the show. I've got, one, I got 2, 3. These are all coming from me just washing my knives. I can't explain to you how important it is. This set over here that I own, it's like surgical steel. I mean, I was just picking up the block. I purchased a couple blocks here to put my knives in. I picked up the block and I moved it. And next thing I know, there's blood. And Jamie comes over and goes, "What are you doing?" And I go, "What do you mean?" Because I don't have much feeling in my fingers. And I look down and I go, "You got to be kidding me." All I did was touch. I was lifted up the block, and I guess the edge got me. Let me promise you, I don't know how your fingers are still on, or I don't see many scars. That's incredible to me. I just picking up my block and walking around these knives. I have these all over me. I dropped my knife once, almost cut my toe off, and I'm not even kidding you. I just dropped one of my Wostops, and it hit my toe. Thank God, it was a chef's knife, and I promise you, if it would 2 or 3 more degrees, my toe would have been gone. So be very careful. Frank, let's go back and take a look at what you've got going on in the back. When you want to get hit so hard that you think you're being hit like a fiddler's elbow, get yourself some bare knuckle barbecue sauce and get that at bareknuckle-bbq.com. Mine is Carolina Twister. Now that is a phenomenal sauce. Don't get it wrong, it's not sweet. This is a cooking sauce where you put on midway through your cook. And stay tuned, there'll be another video on how to properly use this delicious Carolina Twisted. All right, we're in the back, at the back of the shop at 1927 Marconi at, what's the B word?
Bertarelli.
There we go. I'm not even embarrassed myself. I see a bunch of boxes. Explain to me what you're doing here.
So each customer has 2 sets of knives, and we supply the knives. And every week or 2 weeks, we go to the restaurant and we swap the set out, bring it back here, sharpen it, goes back in the box, and just keeps rotating.
And you're delivering them.
And we deliver them. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
As we walk back, you can hear the sounds. It sounds like a Viking workshop, except their electricity is providing it, not foot pedal. Let's start at the beginning of the line where we're at here.
This machine is called a hollow grinding machine, and what it does, it basically thins the knife down, which gives it a better edge. Because
Okay.
factory-wise, they come thick, so we hollow and grind them down. Which
And
is
that changes which.
this puts it at about a.
Let's get a little closer. Take a look at this.
So this is thinning it down.
On both sides at the same time?
Both sides, yeah. Cup wheels.
And you can change the degree and whatever you're doing
No,
there?
we just do it. It's all the same degree.
All the same?
Yeah, yeah.
What happens if I put my
Roughly about-
finger in there?
It won't feel good.
No, okay.
And then what we do from here, the next step is if any of the knives have a chip or anything, we bring them here, give it a quick little touch. Then it goes down the line to the honing machine. Yeah, this
so
is
when you're honing it, that's where you change the degree of the edge, correct?
Yeah, this is going to be about a 30 degree
30 degree?
edge on all the knives.
Unless otherwise specified.
Well, no, the knives, the regular customer knives, home knives, we finish them off on the stone.
Okay.
We don't put them through the machine.
I got you.
Yeah, everything is more of a hand sharpening, just the wheel and then the stone. That's it.
I
It
knew
doesn't
that.
go
I just
through
want
here.
everybody to know that.
Yeah.
that
Yeah, this is
your
just
specialty knives aren't going like
right. Specialty knives are not going through that step. And then we wipe them down, clean them, and then throw them back in the box.
That is amazing.
And that's it.
And then you got a workshop back there where you're fixing everything? Or what?
No, back there is just another line of knives that we have.
This is what you really got to learn if you have some knives. Get your stones, wet stone or dry stone, and then you can really learn how to sharpen a knife properly. It's a lot of fun, by the way.
Yeah, back here is just we have another line that we sharpen more knives back here.
And here's where you can, this is the finger chopper. if you want to remove some skin and slices. You know, that's just what you get those things there.
And this is another line that we do. We have another sharpening line.
Oh, I didn't even. Oh, so you're working full tilt here.
Yeah, this is for a different. This is for Sam's Club. We do their knife sharpening.
Holy cow!
So,
well done.
Yeah. So we have that line, and that's it. And then this is our mixer repair line.
That's some real mixing right there.
Yeah.
This is not what Grandma does. This is a little bit more of a production.
And then we take some, we recondition them, sell them, repaint them, go through the transmissions, clean them out, repack them, and sell them.
Anytime that your pastry machine, your mixer has a transmission, you know you're in the goodies. Frank, thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
Thanks for coming by.
And if you want to come to the B word,
Bertarelli.
you need cutlery, sharpening. You need to purchase some equipment that is related to the non-refrigeration. Frank and the boys over here will take care of you. Dave's in the front also. We didn't introduce you to Dave, but you come meet Dave. And you're here pretty much all the time.
Yep, Monday through Friday.
So if you want to meet the personality, come see Frank. Whew, can you smell it? I can. And this is where the smell is coming from. Woo! Wow. That is so good. Amazing.
Twister, what are you doing? You're eating my lunch.
Well, Skip, sorry about your luck, chum. This right here is one of my favorite knives. Not only just the brand, but the way it feels. It is a beautiful, easy to use finger cutter. Finger cutter. Yeah, that I didn't do this for the show, by the way. That happened yesterday. I should have. Yeah, oh well. So these right here, this is the Japanese version. It's a Damascus steel. I don't own any of these. They're very light, and I'm not particularly fond of this. The steel is beautiful. It holds a great edge. You can sharpen it real quick, but it's so light. It fumbles in my hands. I don't have great hands anyways, but not a big fan of that one. This guy over here, same thing. Very light, and the handles are small. So if you got a big hand, I mean, you might lose an index finger. The handle is big enough for me. It's all about being comfortable. As Frank explained, you know, what feels good in your hand. This here feels good. I got a nice little place to put my index. I've got good balance. I can put my thumb on it. I can also hold it this way. I can hold it this way. I can get my hands back and forth. It's long enough. And this blade is fantastical. It is it's a softer steel. It's a high carbon steel. The Rockwell hardness on is about, I believe, is somewhere like 52 or 53, and very comfortable in my hand. I like the weight. I have the entire version of this. Even the small paring knives and stuff, it's still, you know, it's not a huge handle, but you're not going to get, because then you lose your versatility. But it's still in hand. It feels good. It has keeps a great edge, and you can touch this up with a steel real quick and still keep your edge. Holy cow. Now that's a lot of information to digest at one time. Frank was awesome. You know, as we said before, a 60-year veteran of the hill. So all I can tell you is there's a lot more to what we went over today. There's a ton more. And there were some words and the pieces that, like Rockwell, what is the hardness of Rockwell, degrees and angles. We didn't get into that, but if you're interested in the world of knives, if you're interested in learning some of that, there's plenty of YouTube videos out there, and it's one of my favorite things. I enjoy sharpening my knives. I enjoy learning different ways of doing it, you know, and I enjoy cutting myself. But if you need to find yourself, if you own a restaurant, you need your knife sharpened and picked up and delivered, this is the place. You want to find a great knife set at very competitive prices, and somebody knows what they're doing, Bertarelli's the place to go. Thanks for joining us. This has been another edition, another version of Cooking in the Lou with the Twist. I'm Tony Twist. Come join us again when you can.
It's a heavyweight battle. Here at Skyreach Center. Now Twist starts firing punches in there, and he gets way down on the ice.
That's a heavyweight battle. Tony just keeps punching as the jersey comes off.